Hey, what's going on, guys? So the Blue Beetle trailer came out as I'm recording this earlier today, and I thought it was fun. The practical effects were a welcome change. The marriage between CG and practical effects looks alright. I especially like the costume. It's an off-the-page representation of the Blue Beetle design from the comics that Cully Hamner came up with. Now, some of the lighting choices and color grading do make it look like some shit that is straight out of Spy Kids, so that's less than promising. But the big thing that really set off all of my internal alarms and presented me with the hand of resentful acceptance with a solid black pill nestled carefully in the center of the palm was that this movie is doomed to fail because Spider-Man Homecoming already came out like 6 years ago. Now, if you've been following my channel, or if you've watched any of my Spider-Man related videos, I think it's pretty well known my feelings regarding MCU Spider-Man. But I'll reiterate, just in case anyone's new here. I don't like those movies. They're not Spider-Man movies. They feel, ironically, more like adaptations of other teen superheroes that were inspired by Spider-Man, more so than Spider-Man. It's one of the reasons why I'm guessing Jaime isn't gonna be in high school in this film, and probably why Paco and Brenda, who are Jaime's best friends, don't look like they're gonna have any sort of presence because they'd just be retreads of MJ and Gank. I mean, Ned. Fuck. The MCU Spider-Man films also played up this idea of Spider-Man being a legacy hero, with the weight of said legacy being hoisted on their shoulders with Iron Man, which was a large part of Jaime's arc, coming to terms with being a new superhero in his own right and dealing with the legacy of the Blue Beetle. Jaime's entire dynamic with the Scarab, already done in Spider-Man Homecoming with the Karen AI, even down to the comedic relief of the suit wanting to use lethal force as often as possible and the host freaking out about it. Even the Venom movies played up that schizophrenic inner voice paranoid host dynamic.
That B is him.
You do not deserve nice things.
Would you like me to engage enhanced combat mode?
Enhanced combat mode? Yeah.
Activating instant kill.
No. I don't want to kill anybody.
Deactivating instant kill.
Scarab, no! The goal is saving Perdita, not sending her to a fiery death.
It helps when you specify such things.
It's implied!
Scarab wanted to blow it up, didn't he?
How'd you guess?
Same, but different. But still same.
And just going off what we see in the trailer, it's checking off a lot of the same boxes and hitting a lot of the same notes that other superhero movies have in the past, and it doesn't necessarily look like it's going out of its way to be different or have its own voice. The flying sequence looks like it's straight out of the first Iron Man, and Man of Steel, and the first Shazam movie. They even do the gag where he hovers above the ground just before impact, like we've seen a million times in a million other superhero movies. The nanotech armor and weapons, which, to be fair, is a staple of the character, was also portrayed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. At this point, Blue Beetle's thunder's been stolen like a million times over by a million different other films. I mean, look, the trailer looks fun. I want this movie to be good because I really like Jaime Reyes, and I feel like every time he's just shy of reaching any sort of A-list status, the rug just gets pulled right out from underneath him, and it's not fair at all. But at the end of the day, I think this is going to be another Shazam Theory of the Gods. I think it's going to be another Black Adam. I don't think this movie is going to do well at the box office. I'll bet any one of you watching this video that even if this movie is average or even above average, the critics are going to raw dog this movie's ass like an 11-year-old receptionist on Epstein Island after a US presidential inauguration. Because whether anyone wants to admit it or not, superhero fatigue is real, and the normies are feeling it hard. There's too many of these things coming out, and too many of them are interchangeable with one another. Now, granted, a large part of that is just due to the nature of the subject matter. Plenty of superhero stories have overlapping qualities. And if you want to be as reductionist as possible, you can basically boil down all of these characters to, this one's a ripoff of Superman, this one's a ripoff of Wonder Woman, and this one's a ripoff of the Shadow. I mean the Black Bat. I mean Batman. Fuck, again. And if you're already into comic books, chances are you're already kind of forgiving of that sort of thing. Same way anime fans are forgiving of the fact that 90% of modern anime is just derivatives of Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter, Super Sentai, and Urusei Yatsura.
Why you pulling me? I'm right.
But the people who aren't mega dorks of this genre, they're not gonna care who adapted what properly, or, well, despite the similarities here, the nuances over there make them different. Nope, none of that. Moving forward, it's gonna be a lot like a penny-pinching plantation owner walking through their fields. They're gonna keep the ones they saw first or liked the most in their back pocket, and they're gonna dismiss the others as redundancies with little to no regard. I don't know. Like I said, the trailer looks fun, the movie looks like it could be a lot of fun. At best, it'll probably be above average, but I'm not holding my breath. Personally, my favorite thing about the trailer was the advertisements for the comics at the end. I love that bit of marketing, and those aren't bad choices either. And I'm really glad that DC is reprinting the original Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle comics. They were a lot of fun, and an easy recommendation to anyone who's looking to get into the character. But again, as far as the movie's concerned, I think it's DOA. But what about you? Are you potentially less black-pilled than I am? Let me know down below in the comment section. And as always, until next time, take care, guys.
Charged up.